Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. So before we get to the main point of today's video, or really just the reason behind the title that you guys saw, I want to show you guys and bring to your attention something very strange and mysterious that has just occurred over an international airport in Peru. This is a developing story, but if you haven't seen this news yet, basically there was a mass UFO sighting that occurred just days ago above the Jorge Chavez International Airport, which is Peru's main international and domestic airport and is located around 11 kilometers from Lima. And so before we go any further, let me show you guys some clips of what were described of at least two unidentified objects mysteriously hovering above the airport, and that the airport admitted afterwards and even filed a report to the same effect. So check out these clips.
Tiene varias luces y acá normal. Están las dos cosas, mira, ven, tiene varias luces esa guada. No se ve bien la cámara, pero son esas, mira. ¿Ves? Allá está el avión, pero no se ve muy bien. Están las dos. Ese es el avión que está viniendo. Están las dos cosas. Mira. Ahorita no se ve muy bien, pero está parpadeando varias luces, ¿no? Del medio. Son los dos puntos que están ahí.
Pretty strange. Two unidentified lights in the sky above this airport, and we've been seeing what almost feels like a mass UFO event above airports lately. You remember we covered stories where it seems like almost every time I'm about to post a video, I hear about another airport getting shut down because of strange or mysterious unidentified objects hovering above them. The biggest case was what recently happened at the Gatwick Airport, also known as London Gatwick, another major international airport that was basically thrown into total chaos due to mysterious, unexplained objects that kept flying near it, leaving planes grounded for days. They even called in the military, and there was just something not right about that story, because later on they came out and tried to say, well, it was a couple of drones, and there was even a report that a man and a woman had been detained, but that all fell apart. As the drones were not found, they ended up letting the guy and the female go. And it appears to be happening over other airports, as if there's a presence of something watching the airports, watching these planes. And so according to the report here of what just happened above Peru, this international airport, and I'm translating from the actual report and document that was released by the airport afterwards, it says that they have admitted in this official document the presence of two unidentified aerial phenomena, which, quote, have been positioned over runway 33 of Jorge Chavez International Airport and has been seen, among others, by the ground crew of two planes that covered the routes. From the information we have, the UFO sat there for about an hour, positioned on top of runway 33. At one point, it says that the objects appeared at times on radar, and that then both of the objects disappeared from view of the airport staff. So yeah, something strange happening above our airports. I'll put the link to the videos and the news stories down below, which you'll have to translate. But that's basically the gist of what has happened. We don't know yet what they were, but keep this in mind, not everything is a drone. And I'm sure that there is nothing more that the government loves than the fact that personal drones were invented, because now it gives them an automatic out and excuse anytime there is a UFO sighting, and they can immediately say, well, nothing to it. But we know from investigating many of these stories that the drone theory just doesn't hold water, and that something more has been happening here. So tell me what you guys think down below. Now, in other news, I got an email from a viewer who apparently thinks that there is a cover-up happening in Canada after there was another one of these mystery booms that occurred in the small town of Salmon Arm. He says in the email Tyler, 2 days ago, there was a 2.2 magnitude earthquake in Salmon Arm. The most unusual thing about it was that no one noticed the shaking, only the loud boom that seemed to come out of the sky. None of the quake maps picked up the quake, and that it was only after several calls to the RCMP and news outlets by the residents did the Earthquake Canada Service release a bulletin that a small 2.2 magnitude earthquake had struck the town. And here is the article of that was posted yesterday. So basically what the viewer is saying here is that everyone heard this massive boom, and it shook their houses, and for some reason, they didn't report it. The local earthquake service, when normally they report everything that occurs, especially earthquakes, and that basically they were trying to hide it. They were covering it up. And I've also posted videos recently, you guys will remember, where again, people will hear these massive booms, or we will have entire towns, cities, and counties waking up to their houses being shook, and yet these local earthquake centers, reporting centers, will say nothing. They will be mysteriously quiet about it, and even when they publish the seismograph readings that show, whether there was an earthquake at all, there'll be nothing there. There'll be no data, as if it never happened. So there is evidence that they're not only keeping quiet, but they are scrubbing the seismometer data before putting it public, which would indicate that there's something happening either above or deep underground that is shaking these people's homes. Tons of news stories about this happening all over the country and all over the world. Something is going on, and they're trying to hide it. They're hiding the data, they're hiding the seismograph readings, and this viewer here says that they were trying to do it again, and it was only after residents finally complained to enough news outlets did the local earthquake reporting service finally make it public that something had occurred. So anybody in Canada, specifically around this small town of Salmon Arm, if you have any new info, send it in. Tell me what you guys think about that. Now, here we have a video real quick of what a viewer who was driving down the road said was just an out-of-place, strange sky phenomena.
What in the world is that? What is that?
Okay, so this was taken on February 28th, just east of Toronto, Canada. And of course, you get strange clouds here and there, and that may be the case here, but as he panned all the way out, you really get an idea of how strange this was. And we have this, very sharp, pointed mystery shape in the sky. It reminds me of the square and rectangular clouds that have been appearing around the Earth, how they're just so sharp and perfect. It seems too perfect to be natural. And we have something similar happening here. So, strange triangular or diamond-shaped phenomena in the sky. What do you guys think? Natural or something more to it? I know it'll probably be split right down the middle, but as always, put it down below. Tell me what you guys think. And lastly today, I just wanted to touch on this briefly, but I've been getting some emails about it. Apparently, there are some other channels out there who have been posting videos, and I'm not going to give out the channel names because I don't want to give them any more attention because they've already gotten a bunch of attention from using Secure Team in their title. But a couple of these channels were posting videos with titles along the lines of Secure Team 10 will never tell you the truth about aliens and UFOs, or Tyler of Secure Team will never tell you the truth, or Tyler is hiding the truth from you about aliens and UFOs, and that I'll never give up the real truth. And so I'm sure you can find these videos just by doing a search, but I'm not going to give away the channel. But yeah, I'd gotten some emails from viewers about these and would I respond, and when I checked these videos out, I noticed that they all had one thing in common, which was basically the religious belief that aliens and UFOs and the entire phenomenon is nothing more than a giant demonic ploy. Basically, it's a belief that aliens are demons, basically. And so with that, so are UFOs and anything surrounding the phenomenon. So it became quickly apparent that people are claiming that I know that this is the truth and that I'm hiding it from my viewers because my theories have been that obviously these things are coming from space, possibly other galaxies and solar systems. But apparently there are people out there who think that I know the truth, which is that aliens are demons, and that I am just keeping it quiet and hiding it from my viewers. And I'll tell you guys right now, basically I'm baffled. There is no truth to these videos claiming I'm hiding the truth. You're free to believe whatever you want to believe, and your truth may be different from mine, but all I'll say is this, is that whether you're religious or not, and no matter where you think aliens or UFOs come from, I have never been arrogant enough to claim that I know exactly where aliens come from or where these UFOs come from, and I have always presented evidence as more of a guy trying to find answers and just presenting the footage and the stories to you guys and letting you make up your own opinion. I've never tried to push any kind of agenda or anything like that. So, you know, if you happen to stumble upon one of these videos claiming that I'm hiding the real truth from you guys, well, that's your red flag right there, because anyone claiming to have the real truth about aliens is just blowing smoke. And with that, I'm going to jump off here. So, thank you guys for stopping by today. As always, stay tuned, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys back in just a bit.